Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday. It's almost Father's Day. I hope that you are thinking about your father, and hopefully your father had a positive impact on you. And if not, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that was not the case. Today's challenge, oftentimes we will look at ourselves and we'll think, I don't like this or I don't like that about myself. And I've been thinking about, we talked the other day about personality and being able to change. And we've talked about who you are really in the very beginning. And so today I just want to throw a question out to you. If you were able to completely reinvent yourself, if you were to just make a decision and say, I am going to completely reinvent. We see all these TV shows, the 600-pound life, and them taking somebody from 600 pounds down to 300 pounds or down to 200 pounds. And it completely changes their life. It completely changes everything about them. We read stories about people that go in and they have plastic surgery and make their, facial expressions, their facial smaller or bigger, breast implants, and you name it. People try to use surgery to change things about themselves. What would it look like for you to completely reinvent yourself? What would be different? Would you change your personality? Would you change the friends that you have? Would you change your career? Would you change your strengths? Would you make your weaknesses your strengths? Would you make your strengths your weaknesses? What would you change? What would you do to reinvent yourself? What would that look like? Because I think sometimes just as a butterfly goes through changes, just as a snake sheds its skin, just as as babies, when they get older, they're continually changing, they're continually growing, and at some point, it's like we as adults, we forget that we can be different. So the challenge today is, what would you reinvent about yourself if you could? What would you make better? I love watching these shows where they take old cars. They'll go out into the fields and they'll get a car that looks like it's just been completely destroyed and left, and they will completely refurbish and remodel it and turn it into something absolutely beautiful. I was watching one yesterday where they turned a 1966 Mustang. It was just a shell, rusted out shell. And most people would just go, hey, that car is done. There's nothing else we can do with that car. I was also watching a little blip on Facebook the other day where somebody took a homeless man and they brought him in and they shaved him, cleaned him up, and cut his hair and completely reinvented this guy. So if I were to take you to an island somewhere and say, okay, we're going to spend 6 weeks just completely reinventing you, what would that look like? What would be different? Put your comments in the comment section below. I would love to hear some of your thoughts.